Jacobs Show. Listen, we have a great show lined up for you. I'm your host, Kim Jacobs, better known as the Balance Doctor. And all of our guests that come on, they're either people that have overcome some tremendous odds in their own lives as they balance this thing called life, or they're experts and they're here to share tips and strategies that will help you better balance and manage your life. Grab your virtual seats and let's get ready for some real, relevant, and relatable content on today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Yes, it is a special edition, and we have a very special person here with us today, and she is going to be talking with us about something that all of us should care about because we have brothers and sisters in need. And I would like to just take a moment to let you know we're bringing balance to your house today, one household at a time, by extending the opportunity for you to hear from Global Jamaica Diaspora Council Representative for the Northeast USA, Councilwoman Michelle Tulloch-Neil. How are you today?
I am wonderful. Great to be here. And good morning to your listening audience.
Well, and believe it or not, is all different times around the world because this show is in 140 countries. It's on WDRB Media on Saturday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You name it, it's happening. So the Kim Jacobs Show can be found in a lot of places. So good day to wherever you are. Good night, good evening, good afternoon. We're just glad that you are here today. So glad to have you here, Councilwoman. How are you today?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for taking your time. I know it's a lot happening across the land, and it's a lot that's going on right now, not just with the things that have happened with the hurricanes, but so many other things that's happening in this world right now. And I just wanted to get your take even on everything that's transpiring. How do you personally feel, because you are a representative, to say, I believe that I can do something to lend aid and care to those that are in a distressed situation? Just talk to
us. So the first thing I'll say, everything is done through my faith. And I believe that God has put me here for such a time as now. And while this is so traumatic for what is going on in Jamaica, I have the entire Northeast and friends of Jamaica who is just pulling for us and willing to give of their time, treasure, and talent just to make sure we can rebuild, so that when you look at this Jamaica a year or two from now, it will be back on your list of vacation spots to visit. Yes, it is hard, but we are blessed to have individuals both here in the US and all over the world, and those on the ground trying to make sure that Jamaica is ready. We are a people that are resilient, so we will bounce back, and we are also strong in our faith, so God will see us through.
And you know what? I knew I was going to tell you to tell everybody what they could expect in a nutshell on today's episode, but you just did exactly what I thought you would do. And I didn't even coach you or anything. Michelle, everyone, she is a faith-driven community leader and the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council Representative for the Northeast United States, committed to empowering and uplifting families across the United States and the Caribbean. And in her role, she is actually hosted conferences in Philadelphia, and she uses her platform to educate people, to engage them, and to inspire communities throughout various forums to address issues that are essential to helping those thrive at home, in the United States, and abroad. Again, the Kim Jacobs Show is a global program. So this devastation that's caused by Hurricane Melissa is actually something that she has mobilized so many different volunteers and people to show up, is what she's done. So what was your first reaction, emotional reaction, when you saw or even heard about the devastation that was caused by Hurricane Melissa?
I think for me, my first emotion is the unknown. Because we have never seen a category 5, I didn't know what to expect. I was in Jamaica during Gilbert, but it's not even fair to even compare. So I think for me, it's just okay, it's a wait and see. What exactly is a category 5? How bad is this? Where do we start from? But in the same time, we knew it was coming. So then we need to pivot and start thinking about what are we going to do when it's here? How do we mobilize and keep it going? So for me, I think that was my first emotion and feeling like, what should I expect? Is it just going to pass over? And Jamaica has been very lucky, because there are many hurricanes that were headed for us, and then they just seem to go in the water or they turn around.
Right.
So we were all praying. I mean, up to the last minute and even day off, like, God, please send us another way. But it didn't happen. But that doesn't mean God is not in it.
That's
But
right.
it's just that this is supposed to happen, and we will be better for it. I mean, I know it's difficult now to say that,
Right.
but it might just give Jamaica the opportunity for all those areas that weren't, the infrastructure wasn't where it wants to be, or the zoning code or the building code, is for us to now look at that where everybody's on a level playing field. Let us start rebuilding.
Right, right. Because level playing field is interesting when we say level playing field because this is everything is leveled. And I mean, there are only a few situations that are still infrastructures that are still standing. And so when you get a visual and see this put into perspective, it's all over social media. You can find any of the different images that are available. But I did want to give you all uh, a little bit of background on some of the storm facts and the records that had happened. And these things came from the Weather Channel that I'm sharing with you. Hurricane Melissa made landfall in Jamaica on October 28th, 2025, near New Hope, Westmoreland Parish, as a Category 5 storm. And like you said, what did that even mean? Because I was trying to research and find out Category 5 is catastrophic, and it met up, it just lived up to its name.
Hmm.
At landfall, it sustained winds up to 185 miles per hour. That's a lot. That I can't even envision. I
Mm-mm.
can't imagine that at
Yeah,
all.
no,
And it
it's
was the strongest amongst the Atlantic Basin hurricanes on record. Go ahead and say something about this, Councilwoman.
no. I know it took place 3 weeks ago, but just hearing you say it again, it just caused my for me to like, oh my gosh. And then when you talk about the wind, I cannot imagine that is happening. So as you talk about it, it just brought me back
Mm,
3 weeks ago when it happened, and I'm just thinking about my brothers and sisters. They're going through this, seeing it. I mean, we are here looking at it from videos and pictures, but just think about being in the middle of it and you are looking at your roof being lifted off.
mm, mm,
You're looking at your house that you have spent your all your life saving for, and this is your home that you built, and it's just not here anymore.
mm, mm,
And just the little things, your clothing, your food, and you're thinking, where do I start?
mm, mm.
I think that's just what's going through my mind as you brought this back.
That's what's going through mine is that's why I put this image here, because it gives us a chance to literally put ourselves and our family and our children and our loved ones and our neighbors and our church members. Imagine this. This is one of the photos from CNN, if I'm not mistaken. But imagine this. Everyone's trying to figure out what belongs to them, what pieces of the puzzle can they put back together with no resources available. Actually, when I researched it, it was saying that literally early damage, this was early damage estimates, according to the Jamaica Observer, in Jamaica place losses at up to $14 billion, which is an enormous share of the country's
Uh-huh.
economic
Yeah.
resources. This is many rural farming communities were hit, flooded, landslides, crops, livestock destroyed, the tourism is destroyed. It's been so many things, and people don't have even access to roads. So a lot of things are having to be airlift
Uh-huh.
dropped.
Yeah.
This is crazy. This is crazy.
But it's happening.
is happening. So, okay. So where does faith come into this? Because when people that don't believe in certain things, they just be like, this ain't got nothing to do with God. God didn't have nothing to do with it. He's not in it and all of that. Where does someone that has placed their faith and hope in Christ come into play? How did that come into play for you?
Well, for me, because of my faith, it begins and starts with God. And anything that happens, I do believe He allows it. But there is a lesson to be learned from
Yeah.
it. And so I can rest in that. I can rest in God. This is painful. Yes, I'm crying. But then, Michelle, what is it that you're going to do? I
Right.
have put you in a place like this. How are you going to galvanize my people? How are you going to let people know that there is a God, and a God who sits high and look low is
Hallelujah.
going to make sure you are fine? He sees this. This wasn't a surprise to God. No, he knew it's going to happen. But he has put people like myself and you in this space to do what we need to do to show people this is who God is. Because you know what? When people look at us, they should see God. They should say, there's something about these ladies doing this for us. This has got to be God.
Mm,
Or, you'll find a little miracle somewhere, something will happen, and you're like, only God. That's the
only.
only reason why. And because of my faith, and this takes having a relationship over the years with God. And from that relationship, you know that He always protects you. And He's not going to bring me this far just to leave me. Oh, no. He's going to take me through.
Yes.
We're
You
going to be
better
fine.
believe. You
We will
better believe
rise.
it. You better believe it. And I would really be interested in knowing too, what was like a moment from the things that you have already galvanized and pulled together that you really feel like it reminded you of why what you're doing is so important.
I think it's the people. I was able to make
Mm.
calls. I was able to connect, and people were just like, Michelle, what do you want me to do? Michelle, how can I help?
Ah,
What do you want me to do? And I receive a lot more calls. To be honest with you, I've been in this role 2 years and 11 months now, and I
okay.
feel like I have known more people in the diaspora than ever before, because people are just loving another. People just want to give. And so they're asking, who is it that I can connect with? And it's
Right.
not me alone, because you can't do this thing. You got to collaborate. So we are working with the embassy, and we are working with the consul general's office in New York, right? So we are all coming together for this reason, to make sure we can provide what we can for individuals back home. So it's the collaborative effort that you look at, and you said, I am so happy I was able to establish these relationships before,
Yeah.
so I can count on them. But then, because you are out there, people call you because people want to help, but they don't know where to start.
They
So here
don't.
we go. And as I said, the Consul General Office in New York is doing a wonderful job, making sure everything is going where it needs to go.
Well, I'm literally tagging some celebrity people that I know. Well, I don't know them all personally. I said it like I know Steve and them, right? I done tag Steve Harvey and Jennifer Hudson. And well, I do know Les Brown. He's a mentor of mine. So I tagged him too. But I'm tagging people because people don't, like you say, people don't know, who do you even trust in
Hmm.
situations like this when there
Hmm.
are so many scams and so many different things out here where people are using something and in the name of something to
Hmm.
get money, but then the money really is not going to that source, to that
Hmm.
situation.
Hmm.
what
Yes.
what can people do, because I want to say multiple times throughout this episode what people can do to support the initiative that you are spearheading. So please tell us, and we're going to say it multiple times, but I'd like to be able to just give people away right now. And some people are audio listeners, so make sure you say everything.
Okay. All right. So there are so many ways you can give. I would definitely recommend you to also go to the Council General website, and I'm blanking on that address right about now, but I'll get that to you later. But once you go on the website, they have a link that you can give. There's also we have a wish list. that is also available. You can go from that. And I can also share my wish list with you. And you can go directly and order whatever it is that needs to be done. However, I had a conversation this morning with individual that just is working with a missions, a Catholic, no, a religious mission on mission, something like that it's called. And he was telling me about what is currently happening on the ground.
Okay.
And he said to me, we need more food,
Okay.
we need zinc, we need tarpaulins, and we need medical supplies. And that was his top four.
Okay.
And we
We're
always
gonna
need,
type those. Say it one more time. The
sh-
need is great, everyone in Jamaica,
mhm.
for everything that's going on with the people that have no access to running water, no access to food, and just every basic necessity that we have here as we're in the holiday season and we're living our best lives. These people don't have a way to really thrive. So the top needs are what?
They are food, period,
What is
zinc.
that word you're saying?
I said food, zinc,
Okay.
tarpaulins.
Tarpaulins.
Yeah, tarpulins.
Okay.
Solar lamps,
Okay.
and there's always a need for cash.
Okay.
Uh-huh,
Okay. So I'm going to make sure I say this because again,
uh-huh.
I have a lot of audio listeners, so I have to make sure everything's worded universally. Top needs for right now in Jamaica, and I'm going to make sure you always have you can go and Google anything with Hurricane Melissa, and you're going to find a visual that would hopefully prick your heart, if it's any level of a heart of flesh, to be able to give immediately to support the Jamaica relief effort. Uh, the top needs are food, zinc, tarpaulins, solar lamps, and cash, according to one of Councilwoman's Michelle Tulloch-Neil's resources and her source that is saying, please, if you can help us get these items, we need them urgently. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. And,
Okay.
we are also moving into, while we're doing this, we're also moving into a rebuilding stage,
Okay.
right? And as you know, St. Elizabeth, that was damaged, is where we have all our crops. So you are thinking that all that agricultural product and all that land has been destroyed. So at least for a year, those farmers will not have anything, right?
Mm.
So what we are also thinking, we had a conversation last week, is we are trying to utilize other areas on the island that can start having planting your broccoli, your corn, your cabbage, whatever, but we need the seeds. So we are also going to have a drive specifically trying to get these seeds so people can start planting again.
Okay.
And because when you think about it, yes, I plant today, but it's not coming up tomorrow unless the Lord God breathe on it. Then it will be here tomorrow, right?
Right.
So everything will take a little while to grow. There's also talk about investing in stuff like chickens, like little
Okay.
chicks. So you buy chicks and they can grow and they'll become chicken and they'll become eggs and people can start feeling that sense of independence again. Last but not least, we don't want to forget that Christmas is around the corner and
Yes.
we want to remember to try to do something for the children. So we want to make sure we get some toys on the island. So even though there will be devastation, because as you know, yes, kids have returned to school with the mental health part of it,
Yes.
but some of the schools are host are home to individuals in the neighborhood that lost. So you have half of the school having people called their home, and the other half they are teaching. I cannot imagine that dynamic.
I
But at the
can't.
same time, we are thinking about what is it that we can do so they can have some sense of Christmas, if that's even possible. So we are having those thoughts, but we definitely want to work on rebuilding not only infrastructure but the agricultural part as well.
Okay, that's so important. The one of the things you all can do today is donate any, because sometimes you may not be able to get the toys to a specific drop-off location, or you might not be able to get them there into Jamaica. But if you donate to the Jamaica relief effort that is being coordinated by Michelle Tulloch-Neil, who is the Diaspora Council representative for the Northeast United States for Jamaica, you can do that through Zelle or Cash App by using the phone number 215-620-6344. 215-620-6344. Let's say it one more time. 215-620-6344. Correct?
Right. And in the memo, just put Melissa relief efforts or hurricane, something, so I know exactly what that is for. Because I should have told you this, but people have been so good in giving that yesterday I was able to send 9 barrels to Jamaica.
Ah,
Yes.
whew,
Yes.
glory, hallelujah.
Yes, and then we also received funding, and I was able to buy 100 packages through LASCO to be delivered to the individuals in Westmoreland and Trelawney
Okay.
last week. So, and we're trying to do another one maybe Wednesday of this week before we go off on our Thanksgiving break.
Now, when you say 9 barrels, how many people would that typically, so you can put it in perspective for us, how many people would that serve the 9 barrels?
Wow. Hmm. It can serve at minimum 100 people, so it's
Oh,
not a
wow.
lot, or
Okay.
maybe even more. It depends because in the barrels we have food items, right? We have hammer, we have tarpaulins, we have Pampers, we have baby bottles, we have masks, we have gloves, chainsaw, so we have all of that in them, and so we just have to um, partial it out and share depending on the needs. And I'm working with, um, I have a partnership down in Jamaica that I'm working with called First Corinthians 13
Okay.
Foundation that I'm working with, and Heart to Heart, who, when I send these barrels, they will ensure that it goes to the communities that where we are requiring them to go to, so to speak, or
Okay.
asking of them to go to. And my focus has always been the rural areas because you have individuals in the front that will get, but then there are people all the way in the back, right? That we tend to forget.
That's
So
right.
my team that I'm working with is going all the way to the back to get those people to make sure they are getting food and water because unfortunately,
That's good.
um, my source this morning was telling me they were able to drop off in an area who hasn't gotten anything since the hurricane. So it
Mm.
has been 20 days and they haven't gotten anything.
Oh,
So, but
they've got nothing?
nothing. But the great thing was that they
Mm.
had a helicopter and they were able to drop off. So
Okay.
as soon as I hear, like yesterday, people were telling me, Michelle, there's another area you need to touch. There's another area, and I just
Right.
make note of that. And every time somebody sent me something, I just because the thing is that the barrels are great because they will get there. But if I'm hungry today and I need water today,
Right.
then I have to use the Lascos, the Icon, and the Massey, these organizations that are based in Jamaica.
Right.
And I just send the money from here and they deliver within 24 hours.
Okay.
So
So
I'm
you
doing, we had to pivot because the barrel will get there in December. But if I'm hungry today, that barrel in December might not help me now. So we had to pivot and do both.
so that it seems like then that there are some really big challenges that the relief teams are facing to be able to get things to the ones that really need it the most. What I wonder, how is there anything we can do from here to make that happen smoother for them?
Well, you can, if you have a helicopter, we would take your helicopter
No,
because.
seriously, because you don't know. I promise you, you never, I have no idea. I've had
Mhm,
some sponsors on
mhm,
that sponsored the Kim Jacobs show,
mhm,
and I don't know where these people came from, but they said, Kim, our largest client that we've ever received in the history of us having our practice came from someone saying that they watched the Kim Jacobs show, they became our client, and they are our largest client.
Mhm.
So I'm saying that to say, somebody watching today, I don't have a clue who God allows to be able to
Amen.
tune in,
Amen.
be a part of this Kim Jacobs show episode of the Jamaica relief effort. But if you have a helicopter, and I mean anybody, I have no idea, and I'm just I don't know how God has blessed different ones of you,
Mhm.
but there are people like that are out here doing videos and different things that are blessing the world. You don't know who's
Mhm.
watching. If you're watching today and God has blessed you with the ability to have multiple helicopters or a helicopter that can be used in this Jamaica relief initiative, please reach out to Michelle. She's Councilwoman Michelle Tulloch-Neil is the Diaspora Councilwoman representative in the Northeast United States for Jamaica. Phone number is 215-620-6344. You cannot make me believe that people can get on and do these telethons and give-a-thons and all of these things, and we can't come on here and raise funds, get zinc, get helicopter, get food, get whatever is needed for these people that stand in need of emergency assistance.
Mhm. Mhm. And don't forget, you can also use your talent. So if you're a construction worker, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of building to take place. So if you can take off a month or 6 weeks while it's cold here in the United States, and you want to go to a warm island and work, then I'm sure we can coordinate with the Jamaican government to have you come in and help out. Nothing is impossible.
Is that something you would coordinate? Would people reach out to you?
Yeah, if
Because
they
people
do,
don't know who to go to for this stuff.
yeah, you can call me and I will reach out to the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, and
Okay.
they'll
Okay.
get me from there. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
awesome.
not an
So
issue. Yeah.
right now, Jamaica's the areas that are hardest hit are in the rebuilding phase.
Uh-huh.
That's why Michelle is on today here on the Kim Jacobs Show, because she's coming to you in an effort to get some talent, get financial resources, to get volunteers, anybody, feet on the ground, to make sure that the rebuilding process happens as quickly as possible. I see comments coming in, and I do want to acknowledge you. Purpose over everything. Monica says, purpose over everything. Thank you, Monica, for being here today. Tag all of your friends, invite people to tune in. Don't let anybody miss out on this episode. I see you, Lady Justine Hilliard with Change the World. She has a ministry, her and her husband, Apostle Hilliard, and she's tagging a bunch of people as well. And I thank you for doing that. Thank you for being here. And I know that you're going to do everything you can to assist. I see you all on all of the different platforms. Oh, Charmaine, I see you, Charmaine. Wonderful woman. Continue to shine and be a blessing, is what she's saying to you.
Thank you.
She is a driver and doing great things. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for letting your light shine. So, you often speak about the power of faith and community. How can faith based organizations and individuals here in the United States get involved in making a real tangible difference? It's one thing for us to just pray, but what can we do to really make a tangible difference?
Well, I must say, I am grateful for the churches. They have been using their location as drop off spots. Drop off location. Yeah, so the churches came on extremely big for us. So I can't even complain in that area because, as you said, yeah, I want to hear about the Lord and I want to grow in my faith, but I'm hungry now. So
Right.
feed me while you are extending a hand. So that is one of the ways in which the churches can. Also, the churches here more than likely might have another church in Jamaica, and that they can also, from their church, send specifically to that church, because when you give to like churches and fire station and the police station, for one thing, they know the people,
Yeah.
their congregants, and they can say, okay, Michelle, in my community, her house was devastated. She needs a tarpaulin. She needs some water. She needs some food. And I about 2 weeks ago, I got a call from the firefighters actually in Montego Bay, and they were asking for stuff because they are going out into the neighborhood, and
Yeah.
their ask was for hazmat suits and PPEs and water boots as they go out. So water boots is also another thing on the list that is so needed
Water.
because you want to make sure you are protected from all the possible diseases that will come after this. So we
Right.
have to prepare for that as well as we move along in this process because we know the health part, we got to keep our eyes on that.
Huh. Okay. This is so there are any church that is willing to be a drop-off location. Again, make sure that you know that you can reach out to Michelle Tulloch-Neil directly at 215-620-6344. Let her know that you heard about her on the Kim Jacobs show, and she'll coordinate how to do that. So with not just financial things, all of the things like the water boots or the zinc or any of the other stuff can
Mhm.
still be dropped off at different locations, and you have a way to get it there.
Yep. Yes, you we have people have such great heart that there's a need and someone's like, you know what, I can use my truck and pick this up for you, or I can use a truck, or I can make a call to a friend who owes me a favor. Can you pick up some stuff from here for me? So yes,
Okay.
once you are doing that, and we love when the churches does that for us, and we'll make arrangement to have that being picked up.
Okay. Okay. So I'm gonna also put then I'm gonna put drop off. Okay, so I'm going to put this because the only time we can accept the donations at our church location, I am a pastor at Promise Fellowship Church, and we meet Sundays at 10 a.m. at the Brownstone Signature Events venue. So if there are people that are interested in dropping items off at our location, we're there from like typically 9:30 until about 12:30.
Hmm. Okay.
Then you can definitely do that, and then I'll be obviously connecting
Mhm.
with you to find out. Do you have representatives at different places throughout the country to be able to pick items up?
Okay, because I'm working right now. I'm working with Norristown. I'm working with Rhode Island. I'm working with New York. I'm working with Delaware. I'm working with Massachusetts. Yes, we do.
Okay, no, because we're in Charlotte, North Carolina. Again, I told you Kim Jacobs show is in 140 countries,
Yeah.
but we're over in
Hmm.
Charlotte. So if people come and drop hazmat
Hmm.
suits or water boots, how are we going to make sure you get them?
Yeah. So what we would do, I will find out where is the nearest shipping company in North Carolina. Actually, I
Okay.
have a friend and actually a doctor from your area called me yesterday. He's an oncologist, and yeah, from North Carolina, and he said he would like to work with the Jamaican government regarding this. And so I connected him to Gary Rule out of Connecticut, who is spearheading the medical missions to Jamaica to connect. And I know he said to me yesterday, Michelle, I'm so happy you called about this because Jamaica is looking for an oncologist. So, and he's from North Carolina. So,
Okay.
yes, thank you to North Carolina. A friend of mine, her name is Carolee. She has been helping out as well. She and I went to high school in Jamaica and she has been faithful. So, no,
Oh,
North Carolina, if you're there, we will find a way. There is actually another representative. His name is Peter Gracie, or it could be Shauna Chin that I would connect, which is much closer to you, to
okay.
get those items. So there are three of us in the Northeast diaspora. So I'm for the Northeast. Peter Gracie is in the South, and Shauna Chin is in the West. So
Okay.
one of us will be able to coordinate to pick stuff up.
Perfect. So
Hmm.
I do know also that, and I have to get, I don't know if Pastor Mike Roach and Lady Tamika Roach are on, but I do know that I just did an episode recently and they're collecting funds as well. And they are collecting items. So what I'll do is I'll reach out to them also. They're in Concord, North Carolina, and find out their drop off information
Hmm.
because they collect items all throughout the week because I had a
Hmm.
representative from their church on
Yeah.
recently as well. And so I do know that they're collecting items too, and we'll make sure we get it coordinated with
Okay.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
And who else is on? Somebody else said that they are a drop-off location. Lady Justine Hilliard said we're donating clothing and applies to send to Jamaica. I have friends who live there. Our prayers are with you in Jamaica. So that would be another source. Yes. Wow. Thank you, Lady Justine Hilliard. Wow, this is I hope anybody is benefiting from what we're hearing today. What lessons can the global community learn about uniting together and being just resilient as a people? The people in Jamaica, in my opinion, are examples of resilience, especially during this time.
And like you said, especially during this time, it is so sad that it takes a tragedy to bring us together like this. We have seen it happen many times, and this is no different.
Mhm.
um, People in neighborhoods are just going out to help others. And we should be like this all the time. We should be our brother's keeper. We
Yeah.
should be looking out to uplift and engage and collaborate so that we can, wherever we call home, will be very comfortable and remind us of home. So I think that's what I would lead with. Also, keep us all in prayer. We are very resilient. We will rise. Um, it's just who we are as a people. And I can't say enough about individuals that are not necessarily Jamaicans, but I call them friends of Jamaica who just love the island or love the jerk chicken or love the reggae music. And they're like, I just want to help, and so, and this is just God's way of touching individuals' heart to be reaching out to us to make a difference in one way or the other. So I think that's what I would definitely lead with, that we need your prayers. We are resilient, but we can't do it alone. And we should not let, after this is done, then we go back to being looking at people side eye anymore. We should always be looking out for each other and just loving on each other. We also need to check in with each other at this point in time. Thanksgiving for us here and Christmas can be very difficult for us here in America, because we might have lost family members. So it's a difficult time. But not only here, but in Jamaica, just reach out to somebody. Like, you know what? I have this thing. If I dream about you or I think about you, I call you and I pray for you. It's
Mm.
something I have done over the years, just to, because I don't believe it's by accident that you have come to
Nothing.
mind. Yeah, I really believe God want me to pray for you, because and I don't even have to know what you're going through, but just knowing that I can lift up prayer for you at such a time as this is what we need. But yes, we do need your support. It's going to be a long ride, but it's going to be a marathon. It's not going to be a sprint.
That's right.
But we will do it, and we can only do it with your help. We
Mm.
can't do it on our own. We just can't. We need you.
When I hear you say we need you, sometimes people's hearts are so hardened and they don't understand the significance of what that word need. It's different than I want you to take a moment. I would like for you to do this. No, we need you. And if you're not hearing anything else, I really hope that you're taking the time to go and see. This is one of the hardest hit areas in Jamaica. And it's gone. I mean, this is where all of the crops, the farmland, everything, it has to start from scratch. And how is it even possible that a few buildings are still standing in these different images is unbelievable to me too, because everything is destroyed. But like you said, there's hope to know, like, there's hope and belief that God will allow the rebuilding to happen. I've always desired, Michelle, to go to Jamaica. It's actually one of my top places. I've never been. I
Mhm,
never thought it would be pertaining to this reason that I would go. But I will say that you never know why God keeps putting something in your heart or in your
mhm,
dreams. Like, I want to go to Dubai.
mhm,
I love Hawaii, Maui, Hawaii, different places.
mhm,
So it's these different places I've always talked about going, and Jamaica is one of them.
mhm.
So for people that have never been to Jamaica before, but maybe now is the time to consider it, what would you say?
Definitely. We are big on tourists, but before I even get into that, you will love Dubai. I've been to Dubai. You will love Dubai. But yeah, uh,
I can't wait.
but-
Somebody take me to Dubai. Let's go. Let's go.
yeah, but we are about tourism. That's one of the biggest thing, right? Remittance from the diasporans and tourism is what keep Jamaica afloat. So if this is what you are planning, the only thing I'll tell you, give it a few months
Okay.
before you go down, because you don't want to get into, as I would say, get into anybody's way. So they are clearing the street and they have to find way, and the water is still flowing. There is still rain. So I would give it a couple months. But in the meanwhile, while you wait to visit and call Jamaica your next vacation spot, use your resources, time, and talent to help the island. If you are in, as I said, the construction or in the medical field, reach out to me. I can connect you to individuals so you can give off your talent in that way. We will vacation very soon. I know they are working on Montego Bay because that one of the tourist areas, right? Montego Bay Airport. So we are definitely will be open for business very soon. I know they're working on the hotels as well. I spoke to someone 2 weeks ago, and they were trying to run electricity into Montego Bay. So just give us a few more months. I believe I'm not the authority on it, but this is what I've been hearing. Give us a few months that we continue to clear the roads, make sure everybody's healthy. There's no disease that comes out of water, or we don't want you to come down and the mosquitoes biting you, or there's frogs or anything like that. So just give us a few months to clean up and get the island ready just for you.
Hmm. I'm loving how motivated you are and inspiring.
Thank you.
You're an uplifted person that's helping me feel like there's still hope and restoration is on the way, resilience of the people, the representation of the people, which is you.
Mm,
And so we're keeping hope alive, as Jesse Jackson says. I don't, there are some things Reverend Jesse Jackson has said, even though thank God he's also out of the hospital. For those of
yes.
you that are
Amen.
watching right now, he was in ICU and
Hmm.
now he has been released from the hospital. So to God be the glory for
Yes. To God
hearing
be the glory.
hearing the prayers of the saints,
Hmm.
and still God is in the miracle working business. So I just wanted to take a brief break and say that for a minute. Um, but one of the things he said way back in his younger years is he said, no barrier. And I always got to like saying it like him, no barrier, no wall of resistance
Yes.
can stop the onslaught of persistent hope. So through it all, he says, keep hope alive. That's Reverend Jesse Jackson. We're going to keep hope alive as we are talking about rebuilding Jamaica in some of the hardest hit areas. And you can do something about it, even if you don't leave your home from the comfort of your home. Pushing a button, sending a Zelle, cash apping, using the number 215 620 6344 215 620 6344. If you know that you're going to be donating and contributing to this Jamaica relief effort, please let us know in the comment section. Tell us that, yes, I donated. Yes, I did give something. Yes, I'm lending my volunteer talents and my efforts to this initiative. Michelle Tulloch-Neil is the council, she's the global Jamaica council representative for the Northeast USA. What made you even get into something like this? How do you start becoming the diaspora councilwoman representative of the world here? Come on,
Okay. You're not gonna like my story, but I'm gonna tell it.
tell us your
So
story.
I I am always one who will be behind the scene, pushing and promoting and encouraging others. And a friend looked at me and said, when the position became available, why don't I seek election for it? I was like, no, it's not my thing. And then she called me again, and I was trying to get her off the phone. So I said to her, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pray and fast. And whatever God said to me by Saturday at noon, that time, I will do whatever thus saith the Lord.
Mhm.
But I was so certain that I was not going to hear from God. So yes, I did. I did because he didn't tell me he was going to make a major shift in my life. So I knew I just wanted to get her off the phone. So I said, yeah, okay. and I was being obedient. I didn't fast, but I didn't fast, but I prayed for the entire time.
Okay.
And I kid you not, somebody post something on Facebook, and she talked about us coming together as women and discussing the Bible and all that stuff. And then she said to, and I was like, oh, that is great. And she says, by the way, I was praying this morning and God says it's your time.
Mm.
And I'm like, she doesn't know what I'm praying about, so why would she say that?
Right, right.
Yeah, right. So anyway, she happened to be preaching that day in Delaware.
Mm.
And I said to her, I have to meet you because I need to know what is it you are talking about. And she went in and tell me, well, God spoke to me, you are going to run for this position and you are going to win. And I was just like, what? I kid you not. This is how I got into it. Anyway, I said, okay, that was just Friday, but I
Yeah.
have until Saturday at noon to make up my mind. So I'll
Okay.
wait. I'm waiting. Went to work on Saturday, and my boss, who is not even of my faith,
Mm.
came to me and she says, you know, Michelle, in life, sometimes things can come up in your life unexpectedly,
Right.
and you maybe should just jump in and see where it leads you. You never know, blah, blah, blah. She went on telling me all this story. She says, you know what, Michelle, I have no idea why I'm telling you this morning. Not even a woman of faith. And I
Mm.
said, I do know, but it's only 9 o'clock. I still have 3 more
You
hours,
have a
right?
few hours, right?
Do you
You like,
know
wait
for
till the
the next
last
three
second.
for the next 3 hours, nothing happened. So 12 o'clock, I called and said, I think God wants me to do this. So that's how I got into it. That was the story.
So everybody was confirming it for you. You were just like, I'll wait till the last second to see if God gonna change his mind.
Yeah, I did.
But he already had made a commitment that he was going to let it be
Yeah.
through you. And what God has for you is for
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even about whoever the competition is, because I know I don't even look at life as I'm competing against somebody else. I just want God to use me and be
Mm-hmm.
the best version of myself and bring
Mm-hmm.
that to the world. So who knows who your competition was, because God had ordained it for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that's how I got in it.
how do you feel being in that role now?
It's the best thing that has ever happened to me. It gave my life purpose. I love it so much. I can't even imagine otherwise. I thank God every day. There are challenges, but at the end of the day, I am happy that He asked me to do this. My life has purpose. Thank God.
Mm. God, your life
Mhm.
has purpose. And
Mhm.
so every day when you wake up, you know that you're making a difference.
Mhm.
So, no matter how you slice it, there are some people that are looking to determine what their purpose is. Any
Mhm.
advice on how you would encourage people to identify what their purpose really is in life?
For me, it's praying and fasting. That's it. And spend some time with God in those quiet moments and really listen. And when I say that, I don't mean you go and say da 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 da, and you pray and then you get up, right? No, it's like a telephone conversation. You talk and then you wait for God to talk back to you.
Mm,
And then you need to know where God will speak to you. That's how
mm,
I find purpose. For me, I always say, I don't have any privacy. God tend to talk to me in my showers when I'm having my shower daily. So whenever I am, and I don't know if it's something with the water or what it is, but whatever I have to do is usually in the shower that it's confirmed to me.
mm.
Or I'll wake up with a song, and then in that song will be what's next.
Wow.
So so, amen. So that's how I find where my strength is. It took me a while. I've done many other things. I've done things on my own and messed up because I have a tendency sometimes to go before God and then say, God, do you mind blessing this? And He said, but I didn't put you there. You need to come to me first. And
Mhm.
then everything, He will open that sea for you to walk through. He'll make a way when there's no way. And just when you think it's impossible, that's when God shows up.
Just when you think it's impossible,
Hmm.
that's when God shows up. I've heard
Hmm.
Les Brown say many times over that how is not our business.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we are so stressed about how's it going to be? How's it going to work out? How's it going to play out? How is not our business. You had no idea that by
Mm-hmm.
noon on that Saturday that your life was going to change forever and
No,
you would be representing Jamaica in a role that you never saw yourself
no,
being
nope.
in. Mm, mm.
Mm-mm.
My mom took the time, who is the greatest gift on this earth to any child. My mom is, when I say I couldn't thank God enough for blessing me with the mother that he's given me. And she's made me believe in my whole life, I'm talking about dreams and goals, that I could be
Mhm,
anything that I
mhm.
ever desire in my heart to be. She is the
Amen.
one that helped me believe that from a little
Amen.
child, that I
Mhm,
could do anything to overcome my circumstances.
mhm,
And so, anyway, she says, look at God. God is allowing two awesome ladies of God to be on this great show, to connect together, to help with serving the people in Jamaica at this devastating time in their lives. May God bless you all and the people in Jamaica. She said, I will be donating to help in Jamaica. Mom, thank you.
Thank you.
My mom is in her 70s. She took this right here, mean that touched her heart a whole lot for her to type
Mhm.
a whole paragraph like that on a whole good show. She don't be doing that. She like Kim, just put that I said thank you or whatever. She'll come in here and say something. She ain't about to type at this level. So if a person that's a senior
Thank
saint
you. Mhm,
is willing to type and to
mhm,
also donate, what
mhm,
is everyone else willing to do? Are you able to do anything? And I want to say too, it doesn't matter how sometimes, and now people say this and it's so cliche-ish, no amount is too small. Literally, no amount is too small. No amount is too large.
mhm.
Put it in perspective. There are people that can donate a helicopter because they got two or three other helicopters that they can just say, okay, we have a fleece of cars. We're gonna donate some cars.
Mhm,
Whatever God has trusted in your hands,
mhm.
consider Jamaica.
Yes. And I will say this, in Jamaica, it's every mickle make a muckle.
You speaking in tongues, you got to talk. I don't know what that means,
So
girl.
you
I
know
can't
when you
fake.
say
I'm like, I don't know what you talking about.
you
I'm
know
so
it's a every it doesn't matter the amount, how small it is. And so in Jamaica's language is every mickle make a muckle.
I'm gonna get that before this good show in. Every
Make a
nickel
muckle.
make a muckle.
Yes. So even
Okay.
if you have 1 cent, as you were just saying, no amount is too small. It's the same thing they are saying. Every mickle make a muckle.
Y'all, so listen, every mickle muckle. I got it. I got it. Once I get it, you walk therein. When you walk into the knowledge, come into the knowledge of the truth, you walk
Yes.
therein. Every
Amen.
mickle make a muckle. I want
Yeah.
you all to make sure that every mickle make a
Yeah.
muckle, meaning no matter what amount you can give, I
Hmm.
believe that God will bless it and he'll bless it back. I believe 100-fold.
Yeah.
So right now, just take a moment, because sometimes when we get busy, you go right on with your day and things happen and you forget or whatever. Take a moment. Take a moment out of your day and donate today to the Jamaica relief effort. I promise you it's going to be a blessing to those that stand in need. They don't have anything. Many people have lost their loved ones, their
Hmm.
family members
Hmm.
died. Their family members are no longer on this earth, and they have to go through this holiday season and through the rest of their lives without their loved ones. They need us right now. Jamaica needs us. And I don't know a lot of people in Jamaica. I don't know. I just know that God doesn't do anything by mistake or by happenstance. So for you to be referred by Charmaine to come here to the Kim Jacobs show, I'm so grateful that God trusts me in this capacity to host you. What else do you want to share with people that you maybe didn't get a chance to share?
I think just to let people know that we are totally, and I can speak on behalf of every Jamaican, grateful for your time, talent, and your treasure that you will give to us. We are truly grateful. And as I said previously, just know that we are going to come back stronger. We're going to rebuild. and it will become your choice for vacation very soon. So thank you. I wish there was another word than thank you, but thank you all so much for what you are about to do. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you all so much. Again, you can donate immediately through Zelle or Cash App. You don't even have to leave your home or anything. You might say, I have enough to donate towards the deposit of a helicopter. You may, whatever it is that you can give, you may give enough that might buy someone a pair of socks. It may be 99 cents or a dollar. Whatever you can give it. There are some people that say, look, I have $10 to my name, but I'm gonna give one of those dollars to the Jamaica relief effort. The same level of gratitude as if someone was giving 20,000 is still there, because you have the mite, the little bit that you had
Mm-hmm,
that may have made a tinkling clink 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 clink. It may have been change.
mm-hmm,
That it's okay. Give the change,
mm-hmm.
because change adds up.
Yep.
Dollars add up. You can do that by going to Zelle or Cash App. And I don't want to be on this thing by myself saying all of these words and nobody's confirming that they're doing it. Please, if you're watching, hearing under the sound of my voice on the Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time, if you're hearing this message, please let us know some kind of way that you're hearing it and that you're going to do something about it, and that you're going to make sure it goes out to your circle of people that you influence. Because everybody, we all have different people that we influence and that we impact, that we hang with. That's our crew, that's our circle.
Mm-hmm.
Share this information with everybody and let them know. Why do you consider Jamaican people people of resilience? Because I keep hearing that as a common thread in the wording that you're using.
Because we are. If you notice it, Jamaica doesn't have half the resources any other world has, right? So we are limited in our resources. But look, we have produced the fastest man and we have produced the fastest woman. And what do we do it? By strength. And we use the practice on the beach. So we use our resources around us. No equipment there, right? We are known for our reggae music. We are known for our food. And we have been through so much. And yet we stand. Here we are. So we are resilient. We will find a way to make something happen. And that's what it. This will not keep Jamaicans down. Not at all. Not at all. People who didn't even know they have hidden talents are coming out in on the island. What can I do? Do you want to teach me? I just have to knock use a hammer and knock here. We are resilient. We will be back. Yeah, we will find a way. That's what we always do. We're never we're down and we'll cry or mope for a little bit, but then
Ah,
we get over it now. Okay, now I have moped enough. It's
mm,
time to move on. What's next? How
mm,
can you use me in this space, God? What is it I need to do? And that's what we are. We are resilient, as the term always said. We will come back. We will. It's just who we are.
mm,
Nothing keep us down. We will find a way.
mm, mm,
Find a way.
mm. Okay, 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 okay. You know what? That sends chills all over my whole body that you're saying that. And I was looking at these images, and I don't know if you noticed, I wore yellow. People that know me know I mainly wear black, right? So I got always a lot of black on. But today I threw a yellow blazer because I was like, yes, I'm representing. And I had green the last time. I had some
Hmm.
people from Pastor Mike and Tamika
Hmm.
Roach's church. So I had green on that day. But look at this image.
Uh-huh.
And what does that represent to you?
Yeah. Yeah. That's us.
Just the resilience,
Yes.
the spirit of Jamaica.
Yes. Yes.
That just speaks volumes to
Hmm.
what is the possibility when
Yeah.
you believe how you can keep hope alive in the midst of all storms,
Hmm.
tragedies,
Yeah.
life circumstances. And Jamaica's oblique Seville, is that, am I saying that right? And America, Melissa Jefferson Wooden were crowned the world's fastest man and woman after storming the titles of the World Athletics Championships on September 14th, 2025 in Tokyo. Anyway, I'm learning all of these things. Some of this stuff I didn't know until I just pulled it up. But I'm excited about what God is
Yes.
doing to rebuild Jamaica through people like you. Were you born or raised or any part? What's
Yes, yes. I was born in Jamaica. I was born at 18. It's in Kingston. So I was born in Kingston.
okay?
And they weren't as affected as the West. So I was born in the East. But what has been happening is that people are moving to the East at this point in time just to get resources. So we will find that the hospitals in the eastern part don't have enough
Mm,
because people from the West are now coming. Because I was on a call, I'm so happy this you triggered that. But I was in a space over the weekend, and to be honest with you, if there's anybody out there, the nurses were asking for uniforms
mm,
because they lost everything in the hurricane. So
mm.
if you are connected to a hospital and you have nurses uniform that, or there's a company out there that is willing to provide us with nursing uniform so we can give back to these nurses, it would be great as well.
Okay, I'm typing this as well. Yeah, it's so many things that are needed. And so some of the things you can literally, your company may be able to say, we have 100 uniforms. We like to donate them. They're in need of nursing uniforms immediately. So please make sure that you keep that in mind. The ways, tell people the ways again to donate.
So you can donate, for one thing, you can donate through Cash App using my telephone number or Zelle, or you can also go on the CG Council General website and they have a link that you can also donate to. Well,
Okay, and that's
mhm.
215-620-6344. 215-620-6344. Why do I keep messing that up? 215-620-6344. And that's to donate to the Jamaica relief effort. And the person that's overseeing it is someone never knew she was going to be in this role, but God blessed and saw fit for her to be here today. She is the Diaspora Council Representative for the Northeast United States of America for Jamaica. She's the Global Jamaica Diaspora Council Representative for the Northeast United States. I think that this has just been an uplifting show. I want to put this up too of Usain Bolt. I think that's just that's just amazing.
Yeah,
That just
that's it.
shows you it shows you the spirit. And
Yeah.
so, yes, they may be here right now.
Hmm.
Jamaica might be in a state of rebuilding, but God is still in the miracle working business, and He
Hmm.
knows how to touch the hearts of people to be able to give when it is necessary. And right now, it's necessary. So, all right, I think we've talked about as much as we can today on this episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Thank you for being here today, Michelle
Thank
Tulloch.
you for having me. And thank you for all the gifts that it will be on its way because I'm claiming it in the name of Jesus. Thank
I
you.
believe it with my whole heart. I always give you a way to partner with the Kim Jacobs Show because that's how we keep our show thriving. We keep the only way we can ever come into your household is by contributions from community members. So I do ask you all to support our broadcast. But I will say too, as you support the broadcast, if you want any part of that to go to the Jamaica Relief Fund and you feel more comfortable giving it to the Kim Jacobs Show to give over to Michelle Tulloch-Neil or any of the, we also have another entity that's doing this as well, which I've shared with you. It's a GoFundMe from another group that I had on as well recently. Just let me know and designate it that this is for Hurricane Melissa relief, and I will make sure it goes to the right source. You can donate through paypal.me/Kim Jacobs Inc., Venmo at The Kim Jacobs Show, Zelle using 704-962-7161. And the other things are ways to just join our membership. But if you're doing a contribution for Hurricane Melissa, specify that in the memo section. If it's just for our regular donation towards our show, just say this is for your show or for the show or something like that, okay? Because I don't want to mix any situations. really honored that you are here today. Thank you, Charmaine, for having me have the opportunity to host this honorable young lady. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank
We
you.
should give honor where honor is due. So many
Thank
times
you.
if we had the president or someone
Mhm,
coming into our presence, guess what we do? We
mhm.
will immediately stand and let's all rise for the president of the United States of America. Well, guess what?
Yeah.
We have the Jamaica Global Diaspora representative for the Northeast United States of America, Michelle Tulloch-Neil. Yes, God brings us before kings and queens. And
Mhm,
I take that word very seriously. So
mhm.
thank you for allowing me to be in your presence today.
You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, everybody. Listen, that's our episode for today. Thank you for tuning into this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we are bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. All right, everybody. That's a wrap. And I do need to make one more announcement. We do have the Walk by Faith Network. If you are talking about what your goals and your dreams are and things that you would like to know how to move forward, we are having a session on Wednesday, December 10th from 12 to 3 p.m. We have guest speaker Natalie Williams with all Christian business owners that are looking to build lasting friendships and relationships and support each other's businesses. We're having it at the Brownstone Signature Events venue, and that's on Wednesday, December 10th. Tickets will automatically sell out, and that's because she is the person that hosts the conference, The Heart of a Woman, and she hosts it every year. And there are, like last time I just went in October, it was over 500 people in attendance. So the venue that we're having it at, the Brownstone Signature Events venue, we can have about 85 of you all. And again, as I've already said, the tickets are already going fast. Get your tickets. It's right on Eventbrite. I just put the link up there for you. Go ahead and get your tickets. We have 2 vendor tables still left. And just wanted to make that almost like as a commercial break here for you. Have a great day, everybody. Michelle, thank you for
Yeah,
everything you're
thank
doing.
you. Bye.
All right. Bye-bye, everybody. Thank you for tuning into this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show, where we're bringing balance to the world, one household at a time. I love you all. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show and for being in the virtual studio audience. Your presence truly does make a difference, and I look forward to you bringing your friends and family to join you in the virtual studio audience Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I look forward to seeing you and make it a great day.